How many times does a team fall not because of who they face, but when they face them? It's a strange thing to think about, but you can't ignore it anymore. Not if you've been watching the Dolphins closely. Because for Miami, the ticking clock between games might be just as important as the scoreboard itself. Let's stop pretending the NFL plays out fair. Some teams get lucky with spacing. Some teams get dropped into a grinder with no exit. And then there's Miami, stuck somewhere in between, always looking over their shoulder at the calendar, as if it's just waiting to ambush them. You already know who they're going to play. That's not the mystery. The opponents are set. The real tension is how it's all going to be arranged. Where will the short weeks hit? How many times will they be forced to prep in a rush, regroup too fast, recover without enough breath in their lungs? There's a theory floating around, and it's not just noise. Nerding on NFL pulled data stretching back to 2002, trying to piece together how rest impacts success. It's the kind of thing fans ignore until it stares them in the face. And here it is, front and center. Let's talk numbers, but not for the sake of sounding smart. Just enough to feel it. McDaniel's first full dance. Dolphins finish with a rest day differential of +7. That's big. That means they weren't run into the ground. And what happens? Playoffs. It drops a bit. +6. Still manageable. And again, playoffs. No Thursday games. That alone is rare. They got a Friday game in Week 12 and a Monday in Week 14. Manageable. Survivable. Competitive. Now zoom out. 2022 had one Thursday night. Week 4. The one no fan will forget. The one that ended with Tua Tagovailoa carted off. Concussion fears crawling under every fan's skin. The same year, they went to Buffalo for a Cold War on a Saturday night in Week 15. So they had their moments. But it wasn't chaos. There was structure. Recovery. Time to recalibrate. Jump back to 2016 for a second. Pre-McDaniel. Pre this version of the Dolphins. That season. A rest day differential of +11. Yes. +11. They played one Thursday. 2 Saturdays. They went to the playoffs. Then the cliff arrived. From 2017 to 2021, nothing positive. Not once. 5 straight seasons of imbalance. Rest working against them. And 5 straight seasons without January football. Coincidence? Maybe. Maybe not. It's not that rest is everything. No one's arguing that. But when you're chasing inches and clinging to wild cards, those days matter. A tired team is slower to the ball. A tired mind makes the wrong read. A tired body skips that second push. And here's where it gets messy. Over the last 23 seasons, Miami owns a rest day differential of -22. You read that right. 22 more days lost than gained. That's 26th in the league. 7th worst. Worse than the average team. But oddly, not worse than everyone you'd expect. Philly? Worse. Buffalo? Worse. Tampa Bay? Yep, worse too. And yet those teams have done more in January. Played deeper. Pushed harder. So why can't Miami? Maybe it's not just the rest. Maybe it's when the short weeks come. Maybe it's who you're facing on those days. Or who you're missing when the game kicks off. Let's cut to the last 5 years. Miami is 7-5 on short weeks. Not bad, right? Better than it should be. And yet, 5-7 on long weeks. That flips the logic. Shouldn't more time mean more wins? Not always. Because longer prep doesn't matter when your QB isn't on the field. Last season said it all. 2 long week losses. But Tua didn't start either. Week 3. Out. Week 4. Still out. The offense changed without him. You can't rest into rhythm when your rhythm doesn't suit up. Now focus on those short week games. 2 losses. 1. Buffalo. Thursday night. And again, Tua's name drags behind it. The injury. The unraveling. The momentum that vanished with him. The other loss? Lambeau. Thanksgiving. Cold and cruel. Green Bay grinds down the tired. And Miami wasn't ready. But there were wins too. Patriots in Week 6. Raiders in Week 11. Both games after Monday night matchups. Quick turnarounds. Still, they found a way. So what does that tell you? It's not just the short weeks. It's not just the rest. It's the combination of timing, opponent, injuries, and energy. It's what the schedule does to you, not just what it says on paper. And here's where the unease sets in. 2024 didn't feel balanced. Not even close. 2 Thursday games, 2 Monday games, 1 international trip, and not a single break felt like a blessing. The rest day differential? By the end, it was -18 over the final 8 weeks. That's not a schedule. That's a punishment. So now we wait for 2025's reveal. Will the league throw Miami a rope or another weight? Will they space the fights or pack them tight? Because that might be what determines everything. Let's not forget what else is coming.